myself Dinesh Selvam, and I'm currently in my final year of BCom Honors studying from Kirorimal College, University of Delhi. And today I am present in front of you all to discuss about my placement session and my placement story, basically placement journey till now, what has happened, what is yet to come, and how many rejections I have got so far, and how was my experience of the interviews, my aptitude test, and everything else, whatever happened. And my main story is of my previous company, okay, of which I gave one interview. So that's a kind of interesting one. So I hope you all enjoy it. So yeah, let's begin. So hello. So basically, till now, I have applied for approx 10 to 15 companies which came on my campus itself. And right now, I haven't started with the off-campus like application. Like I am just doing the on-campus, which are just coming through our placement cell in our campus. So I'm just applying through those companies. Till now, I haven't went to my own search of companies. So I have applied like at least till 10 to 15 companies till now. And in that, actually what happened is from starting, like actually I wasn't prepared that much for the placement session. Okay, to be honest, to be brutally honest, I was a noob in this sector, and like I wasn't that much prepared for this. That's why I was actually like facing a lot of problems in the starting. Like basically, to be honest, when like basically, if we see in any company, what they have is basically three rounds, which include one is of aptitude test, and if many companies have the intermediary round after that, and which may include the communication round or maybe some video recording stuff and all those kind of round. Maybe like in some companies it happens, but in most companies there are only two rounds. One is the aptitude test, and the other is the interview session. And in interviews in consultancy, basically what happens is in consultancy mostly they have three rounds of interviews. Okay, in consultancy, three rounds, or like basically you can say three stages of interview, which include the first is technical stage, second is the case base or the guesstimates, and third one includes the overall HR round, HR or the general questions round. So yeah, so basically what happened in the starting of my placement session, I like my favorite company came. Actually, LK Consulting is one of my favorite company. I actually applied through that, but that was a huge rejection. Okay, leave all those rejection stuff for now. And after that, Accenture came, and D Shaw, Deloitte, and many other companies came. I actually forgot to fill the form of Deloitte actually. Because of it, I could not sit for its placement session or like placement selection process. That was another sort of distress for me of like forgetting to fill a form. That's something of a huge level of what should I say? Mistake. Okay, leave it. So my main interview story, which I want to share with you all today, is of one previous company which I gave in the previous week. Okay, I guess it was conducted on 5th of December, on 4th of December actually. So basically, I went to Noida. No, the company was situated there, and it had one more office in Hyderabad. Okay, and I don't want to just say the name of the company for the sake of just privacy. So I will just assume, like for now, for saying to you all, I will just say the company as Company X. Okay. So basically, the Company X's office, one is in Noida and the other is in Hyderabad. Yeah, the other one is in Hyderabad. Okay, so they have two offices, one in Noida and the other is in Hyderabad, and it's still expanding a lot. That's why they were kind of mass recruiting at the present moment. So they came to a campus as a on-campus opportunity. So in on-campus, you all know it's a good chance of you all being to be getting selected because there is a bit lesser competition. And what happens in on-campus and off-campus is basically in on-campus, the companies come and take students from your campus itself. Okay, like for that particular selection period. But in off campus, it's like you all are like in a lot of students who are from different backgrounds and different colleges. So a huge lot is there in off campus. So basically, it's very tougher to get selected through the off campus. In on campus, it's much better and much possible to make it to the final selection. Okay. So what happened is, so I start for the placement. I like applied for the company through my placement cell, and there like I got selected in the CV selection round because it's pretty easy. Like if your CV is a proper like formal and like accord with your placement cell norms, so then it's very pretty easy to get selected in the first CV step. Okay, so that's not a big deal. Like everyone gets selected. Most probably, like everyone gets selected unless your CV is pretty. You did not follow the norms and the rules of the placement cell of your college. Okay, so I got selected in the first CV round, and the second comes is the aptitude test. And yeah, I gave the aptitude test. It went pretty good. It was easy. I mean, it was normal. Like it wasn't that tough nor very easy. It was like intermediary. And like aptitude test is something which everyone, like most of the people, get selected in the like aptitude test and make it to the next round. Yeah, so I got selected in that. So basically, I guess it was an on-campus company, right? So in from our college, and the company's position was for what position it came was business analyst, like business analyst or senior analyst. Okay, some kind of name was there. This kind of name was there. Basically, it's analyst consultancy genre. Okay, and that's my forte. I really love consulting a lot, and I want to be get placed in consulting because that's something what I feel is. Not that replaceable in jobs because it's very mental game. The job of consultancy is very mental and it requires your own creative and analysis rather than some physical like work in the laptop or like that. Just wait a moment. So yeah, where was I actually? Someone just rang the bell. That's why I had to go to open the door. Okay. I actually forgot where was I. Yeah. Someone say please. I don't know where was I. Let me use my focus, ultimate focus. No, I'm not getting it. I'm getting it. Should I restart the video? I don't think so. Yeah. I need to shave it properly. A lot of like uneven hairs are coming through the beard. I need to shave it properly. Okay, leave it. Okay, so company applied for it. IMC solution test. Yeah, I okay. Let's start with the test one. Okay, so I got selected in the test, and yeah, so basically in total of I guess like the company came for the position. Yeah, I was in the position. Okay, company came for the position of business analyst, and consultancy, as I said to you, is my forte, my own forte. I love it. That's something which is irreplaceable, and all those stuff I said to you. So and the company okay the company was basically like it focuses on dealing with the clients and how it uses the AI, how it uses the artificial intelligence plus the workers analytical and consultancy skills to help the clients to solve their problem. Okay, so the company focuses on this sole work, that AI plus consultancy. Okay, so that's a very strong combo because consultancy is itself a very irreplaceable job, and that too, it's a kind of finance job because that requires mental work, that doesn't require physical work, any kind of typing or any software knowledge. It mainly requires all the mental work and AI together with that, which is the like basically this job was very fantastic and kind of very how should I say, very futuristic, if I want to say by one word. It was a very kind of very niche forte and very futuristic. So yeah, that's something which I applied for, and basically it came for only BCom and BCom honors students. Okay, so only for two courses it came, and as I said, I'm from BCom honors. I applied to that, and basically I guess 40 to 50 people applied in that. Okay, in BCom honors, and yeah, so I also applied through that, and I got selected in the like aptitude test. Then I went through the next round, which is the interview, and in interview out of the 50 people, I guess 10 people were selected to give the interview. Like 40 people just got like okay, I forgot the word what to say. Okay, wait, so what I was saying is 40%, 40 people just got rejected in the first round itself in the aptitude test. Okay, so basically like you see, aptitude test is not something which is very tough. It was pretty normal. I got a lot of distractions coming here. Just wait a minute, my dad is calling. Okay guys, I'm sorry, but again, can you just say where was I? Why people just keep disturbing me when I just make videos? Okay, so yeah, so what happened is after that so 40 people got rejected in the aptitude test. What I was saying is aptitude test is not that tough. Okay, it's basically moderate level. But the main thing is if you're accurate and if you do it on time, because time is a very big factor, in all aptitude tests, which include like CUET, IIT, and like CAT and everything. Like time is a very crucial factor in all the aptitude tests throughout all the platforms. So you need to work on time. Otherwise, accuracy is something. because it's an easy paper, so you won't face much of the issue in accuracy or correction. So okay, so I just got selected in the aptitude test, and we'll make a kind of detailed video on the reality of placement aptitude tests. Okay, so do like wait for that video to come, and yeah, so I got selected in the aptitude test and went for the next round, which was of interview. And the company basically was situated in Noida. The main was in Noida, and like other was in Hyderabad, as I said. So they called me Noida. Okay, and what happened is that too, that day itself, when I had my interview of this company, that day itself, I had my viva of income tax. Okay, in my college, and that's also pretty important. You all know, because it's something of my NSEM exam, and no one want to miss it to just reduce or like lose their marks just like that, because it's something that's very tough, and that it's income tax, so there is no guarantee of theory exams ki you will easily pass it or what, because it's a tough subject. You all would be knowing if you're from commerce background, and if not, then you all should know it's very tough, okay, for us. Yeah, so I had my Viva that day. So I called sir and I requested sir ki actually my slot for slot of Viva was from 11:50 a.m. and my interview was scheduled at 11 a.m. in Noida. Okay. So I actually requested sir, so please can you just like pre-schedule my Viva, because I have my job interview from the college itself, like it's on campus job opportunity, and it's kind of a big hope for me to, kind of, job is a very very prestigious thing obviously. So I requested him and he said okay, you can just come in the first slot itself. So I went, and yeah, and like one more big problem happened there in Viva's like session, when I just went to like 9:30 the first slot. That's something which I don't want to put it in right now, because it would become a very like diverged topic then. Okay, so after giving my vibe of income tax, I went for the job, and in Noida, basically, I went there, and when I like reached there, it was already 12, because like from my place, it takes like around 1.2 hours in total to reach that place. So I reached there, and after that, basically the PPT was already started. So 10 people were there in total from our college itself, because as it was on campus. So I went there, I went in the room, and I sat with all of them. So the PPT was already being like happening. So I like went in the midway and was listening to it. As soon as the PPT ended, the company is where it was situated. The building was so pretty. The office was so elegant and so beautiful, to be honest. And it wasn't a very big office. It was normal size office, but it was very well maintained, and it was like, most importantly, it was new. So that was something which really kind of fascinated me at the first glance. And after the PPT, we went to the like main working area of the office, and we sat there. And basically, there were two cabins in which basically there were three cabins in which three of the interviewers sat and like started to taking the interviews one by one. And basically, yeah. So again, as I said, it was a consultancy's job. So three interviews will take place, guys. I'm again saying to you, if it's a consultancy-based job, three interviews will be surely taking place. Okay. Okay. What happened with me is they started calling one by one, and I went in the one interview. Okay. In the one cabin with one interviewer, and she was actually very friendly, very like welcoming, and very like comfortable to talk with. Okay, so I went there, I greeted her, and we started talking very normal, like a very friendly conversation, like as if I'm talking to a friend of mine. So it was a very nice and fun interview, to be honest. Like, she asked me a lot of questions, and actually, like, first of all, she asked me with my introduction, and like, as it's a very important and very common thing in the interviews, then she went to the my CV glance, and she asked me questions from my CV. I gave like almost all the answers of that, because it was something like I have done, and that a very important thing. Do not mention anything which you haven't done, or kind of faked it, or made some fake certificate or something like that in your CV, because that's something you will think in the first round of the CV selection you may get selected, but in the interview, if you just get into the interview, so then it's really tough if the interviewer just asks you the questions from the CV, because they do check all the CV lines and the proper heads which you have mentioned. So that should be more proper, and you should always know what you have done, and what you have mentioned in the CV. So that's very important. So I did that. So she's like asked me the questions related to my CV, and I answered like all the questions, like what you have done this internship, like what you did in this internship, and like what you learned, and like what all the software tools you used in all those processes. Then, and after that, she asked me, like, what about your PORs, like positions of the responsibility, as I'm the general secretary of one of the society of my college. So she asked me what you did in that, and also any other PORs which you have done. And yeah, it was pretty good. I answered very conveniently as I was very confident enough about my own work. And actually, I have also given a lot of interviews in the prior, so it was very kind of easy for me to answer through all those simple questions of CVs. Then what happened is, yeah, after giving that, then she asked me out. Quizzes. Basically, in consultancy, what happens is there are two main factors. No, basically, there are three main factors which they will surely ask, and you have to prepare for consultancy interviews is case studies. Okay, case studies is very important. Like, as it's a consultancy, to case study is something which is like obviously 100% essential, which you can't forego if you just sit for a consultancy or analytical interview. Case studies. Second is guesstimates. Guesstimates also you need to practice. And the third most important is quizzes, like quizzes and mathematical questions, like simple mental maths or what should we say, like puzzles. Puzzles basically, not quizzes, puzzles. So that's also very important. And she did not ask me consult case studies or guesstimates. She only asked me the puzzles. And the puzzles, she asked me about two puzzles. Okay, so like actually, like fortunately I know both the puzzles. I knew both the puzzles actually, so I answered it very fluently. So the one puzzle she asked me was like, there was a cake and you need to cut it into eight equal parts, and you have only three slices to cut it. Okay, so no, like three attempts to cut the cake. So how you would make the cake into eight equal parts? So that's like, actually I solved this question prior. That's why I knew this answer very fluently. I said, so basically, like if you all don't know, what you need to do is cut the cake through the middle once, and then you need to cut the cake to two equal parts. So it is like four parts in the upper layer and the four parts in the lower layer, as you have cut the cake from middle as well. That happened. And one more puzzle she asked was like, basically there were three bags of coins. Two bags contained like fake coins of gold, and the third bag contained real coin of gold. And the two bags has like each coin weighing 1 gram, and the real one contains coin of like 1.1 gram. Okay, so the basic thing is the fake one was 1 gram of coins, and the real gold coin was 1.1 gram. And you had three bags of whole coins in that. So you need to like find out which bag had the real coin. Okay, which bag had the real coin. So how you would do that? And that too, you have a one weighing machine, and you can only weigh once. If you want to take the coins, you can, like from the bags. If you want to take the coins and you need to measure, you can do that, but you had only one chance to measure it. Okay, so how you would do that, like how you will find out? So that's also a very interesting question, and that's a task for you all to find out, that I won't answer. And yeah, so in interview, what happened is I knew this answer as well. I kind of behaved as if I did not knew, because if I said I knew this as well, then she would ask me some other question which I may don't know. That's why I said, okay, I don't know this one. So I tried to like maybe behave as if I thought a lot. Then I like answered it, and yeah, it went pretty good. Yeah, after the puzzle, she was actually very satisfied with my answers and my interview till now. And then she asked me like more kind of one case study she asked me, but not a typical case study. Like she asked me one question, like suppose any social media, so basically Instagram, YouTube, or maybe Twitter. So if you need to add one application or like one additional feature in that platform, what would you add and why would you add? And if so, if you want to add this, then what will be the consequences of it, like consequences of it, and that too, what are the precautions or the necessary measures which we should take in mind for making that feature to happen? Okay, so basically, so what I said, my answer was like in YouTube, I want to add a DM section. Okay, like as you know, like in Instagram, we have the DM section, and in WhatsApp, as we chat with the friends. So I want to add the DM feature in YouTube, so that we can just directly send the videos to the people, or like our friends, or like our managers, or like whomsoever we want to send. Because as I myself I use a lot of YouTube videos to send to my friends, so I had to send through the link. So that's a very tough process. So I mean, not a tough process, but if we have the DM in the YouTube itself, that's very tough and convenient. Like as I explained to her like this, and then I said, keep this feature can be a very big boon for the YouTube industry, and kind of evolution for YouTube, as well as people will, kind of don't will not use WhatsApp that much. Like nowadays, people use Instagram, and in Instagram, the main feature is Reels. and Reels is also kind of now resembling a thing which YouTube has like introduced as YouTube Shorts. So that's also something which has kind of revolutionized the YouTube. And this feature was specifically taken from the TikTok and the Instagram genre. So what I feel is if YouTube also takes this feature from WhatsApp as of DM, then that can be again a big revolution for the YouTube industry. So this thing I explained to her, and then what are the precautions and what are the measures which need to be considered while doing this proper feature to implement. I like explain everything. So she was very satisfied, very much satisfied with my interview. Okay, that wasn't even a problem, and I myself was too happy as it went really good. And again, so after that, yeah, and then she asked, like, do you want to like mention anything other, any other thing which you haven't mentioned in CV, like in a very friendly way. Like she was also smiling, I was also smiling, so it went really good. The interview went really good, and okay. So actually, my mom came just now, gave me coffee. Cheers, guys. Okay, W mom. Yeah. So what happened? Like she was very satisfied with my interview. It went fantastic. After that and after that she said "Ki, if you want to like mention anything else, otherwise like you can just go and wait for your HR round." So already she like had selected me for the HR round. Okay, so I went outside and I waited. Ki, okay, like she said "Ki, okay, you like you just go outside and wait for your HR round." So I was also very mentally satisfied and like excited for the next round because HR round is pretty easy. I'm just again saying to you guys, just focus on the technical plus the case study or like any other conceptual rounds. And other than that, the HR round is pretty simple. Like it only requires a small bit of preparation. Like what are the basic HR questions? Like why you want to join the company? What makes you like excel than the others? So these all questions, I don't think like you all like also need a preparation for. It's something which you can just answer very directly, in my opinion. So yeah, that's it. The HR rounds are very simple, very easy. So just focus on these conceptual rounds, which is like financial round or like technical round, case studies, guesstimates. So these all are main your hurdles for getting to the final selection. So yeah, I was just waiting for my HR round, and then what happened is key like the time went. I just waited there for like 1.2 hours or like 2 hours, like approximately. They did not call me for the HR round. And then they said, ki, okay, like everyone's evaluation is done. You can just go to your homes and the result would be coming on the next day. I was like so shocked that like she just said to my me that okay, you like actually performed really well and you l- like you just go and wait for your HR round. So I was kind of very flag bastard, to be honest, flag bastard, that why wasn't I called for the HR round? I was actually very shocked. Then I actually asked her, and then she said, no, there isn't like any HR round kind of stuff. Like if you're just like if the interviewer are like satisfied with your interview in the one round itself, then maybe you need not like need one more round. So I was like, okay, but that isn't something a formal strategy which a consultancy company uses. So I was actually shocked. Why didn't they call me for the next round? I was like, okay, like let it be what it be, because what's written in the fate is something which we can't change. We can just wait and watch. So actually what happened is like out of the 10 people, as I said, like who got selected for the interview round, like 7 people like they said to go because their like interviews happened so early, and they said "Ki, okay, you can go." And basically out of us three, like including me, the 3 people were there. So she asked for us three to stay there, like even more evaluation may be taken. So I was also staying for a bit, and then after 5 minutes she came and said, "Ki, Dinesh, you can also go." Then I was like, why? Like just now you said to me to wait, and now you are saying me to go. I don't know like why. Like did she say like that? And then I was like, okay, no issues. Like I will go, and I just wait for the next day for getting the result. And what happens? The other 2 people, like they were top three, right? Like including me, and then she said me to go to the home, and except me, yeah, sorry for the disturbance, yeah. And then what happened is I waited for the next day, and what I got to see, like the other 2 people, like except me in the top three, the other two, the one and two, they got selected in the company, and I did not. Like I was the third one, like in the top three according to their basically serial thing. And like hopefully because they just said three of us to wait. So I'm thinking okay, I was the third then. I don't know like exactly ranking though. Maybe the other people could have like came, but actually like at the first place they said three of us to wait. So I'm assuming that I was the third, and the first two got selected, final selected in the company. Boom. Okay, yeah, that was a very devastating thing to me for getting rejected in a good company. The company was really good, and like the future prospect was also very nice because the job description was very good and futuristic and something of my own forte. I really love it. And that way it was in Noida, so basically my travel convenience was also there. So that was more heartbreaking to me for not getting selected. That to coming this close, this inch close. Like maybe if she would have, kind of said to me that you also wait for the next one or like next evaluation, who knows? Maybe I could have got selected. But yeah, I did not. That was sad. Yeah, so that was my experience. So what I want you all to say is job interviews are so random. Okay, like it is so unexpected and random. You all don't know what is going to happen because I have seen like my many friends who just got selected in the jobs, even though even though I don't want to like compare directly, but what I want to say is even though they aren't maybe that good of in particularly in studies or like marks or like CGPA, or they like haven't done any particular good internship, still they got selected. And there are many other people who have did very big internships and there's all those stuff and like studies and courses, professional courses and all, still they could not select in the interview, like in the final selection. What I want to say is this is so random, this is so based on your luck and fate. Like job selection, job recruitment is basically 50% your hard work, which is kind of, I mean 90%, okay. 90% is your hard work, uh, uh, preparation, and then your focus and whatever, like all your things which depend on yourself and in your hand. And the other 10% is basically, which is luck. And when I say luck, it's pure 100% damn luck and fate. So if there is something written in your fate that you will be getting selected in this company, then surely you will. And if not, then not. That's something. So what I want to say is prepare your like those 90%. You should not spare even a single percent. Okay, like you should not risk even a single percent. Like those 90%, you need to 100%ly like ensure that you get those 90% accurately, and the rest 10% is on God. Like if you don't have a good day, or if you don't like have a good fate, like anything can happen. Yeah, that was my job interview experience at this X company. Yeah, sad, but let's see a lot more companies yet to come. And yeah, that's it, guys. And also, there are a lot of opportunities in the off campus. So, kind of a huge lot of options are left. So that is not something that it ended all of a sudden or like it's just over right now. There are a lot of options which is still there and still hopes to go. That's it. I hope you liked the video, guys. I hope it really made some significance and you got to learn something from this video. And if you did so, do follow me. I mean, do subscribe me, and let's get into like interaction in the next video. Until then, yeah, see you. Bye bye.